to be caught. Here I come now, let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground, no one dares to make a sound. Round and round and round and round, no one wants to be first found.
You want to turn over the top, so you don't have to worry about anything else on the shade.
Pullman 468. In the course of all your calls, could you also look for the subject and locals who can get phone numbers? Have those ready to go. Could you check Stone and see if you can find the subject we're dealing with and get phone numbers ready? We'll probably need those eventually.
So, what that tells me, what he just said, is that they're planning on shooting him. I mean, we're probably going to need it eventually. That's, I don't know what that means to you, but what it means to me is they don't plan on taking him alive. And they're going to need phone numbers to call people. Eventually, they're going to wait a little while, make it look good, though. Make it look like they give him enough time to get out, and that they, negotiated with him and did what they were supposed to do on their side before they, shot him. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, what's also really, really creepy to me is that they talk about on their way there in the scanner, they talk about his name and that they've dealt with him before, that he's had issues. And then we saw another police body cam that J for Justice had that shows them talking with him and knowing that he goes through, this type of thing, that he has issues like this. Yet they don't know who he is. They act like they don't know who he is. And at one point, they said that there was a warrant. They were yelling at him about a warrant, right? They had a warrant. And, but at another point, Heidi's asking one of the officers if he wants her to go quickly get a warrant. And then she rewords what she was saying, right? Obviously not the right thing to say, because she reworded it differently to where it made it look better, right? So don't you have to have a name to get a warrant? None of this makes sense. They know who he is. And then there's the people that are there. Like, I knew about these people before I even saw the body cam, because they came up in other bits of my research. And one of them was a deputy sheriff for Latah County. Another one, he claims himself that he's schizophrenic. Now he's talking about Brent being schizophrenic. So wouldn't you think he would know what that means, and how that, that you don't just call 911, have the cops come in and say what you said, so they're just going to come in and just mow him out? The guy that called 911 on his alleged roommate, Brent Kopacka, He claims himself in his TikToks that he is schizophrenic and that he takes medication. Not only does he claim it in his TikToks, but he talks to himself in his TikToks. His alter ego, I guess, I don't know, with Nathan or something like that. He talks to his mom. He pretends he's his mom. All sorts of stuff. And, you know, people have their things that they have. They have their I refer to them as a dis-ease, because they're not really a disease, and they're not really, I mean, it's part of life. People have that kind of stuff, just like dementia and things like that. You just have to deal with it, and you have to work it out, which works better for you, and you need to keep taking your medication. That's one of the things. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that if he was schizophrenic, he would know what not to do in the case of Brent, and he didn't do it. Then again, this brings us right back. It's like a rubber band or slingshot that just backfires on you. Because is he part of like an informant type thing? Because why is there an ex-deputy sheriff there, and why didn't the cops acknowledge that that's who he was? Or is he on the other side? Did he do something wrong and now he's got to pay the price? Being the CI, you know, whatever. There's too many people. They lied about too many names too. They lied about names on here. One guy, Christian, and they said it in the it's right in the police report. It says Christian Yenna. Yet the guy claims his name is Gabriel. Yet Christian Yenna has the same kind of dog. But that dog looked like it belonged to Heidi, because that dog was really alert when Heidi was around. I don't know. Is that a cop dog? Is that a cop dog? It sure did act like it. It was a very well-mannered dog. Very well-mannered. And then you've got Matt Kurt, who was let go from the Pullman Police Department because of misconduct and you know, like bad juju misconduct against Heidi as well, which she complained about. I think it was in 2019, and he was let go in 2022. Although the claim with him doing that misconduct with a during work hours on duty in places, you know, like he was a campus police officer, so he's messing with girls on campus, and it's just, he has a photograph of Christian Yenna with Matt the cop that was let go. I mean, it's like, how does this all work? How does this all, like, it's like a pretzel, man. It's like, you know what? It's like a rat king. You know what a rat king is? It's disgusting. I seriously won't even show you what a rat king is, because it is disgusting, literally. I'll tell you what it is. It's when there's a bunch of rats that are in a colony, and they all are together, like heavily populated, and they're all sleeping together, they're all intertwined. Well, their tails get twirled up, and they can't get away from each other. They're like literally wrapped around each other, their tails, and it is disgusting. I mean, it's so gross. And that's how I feel about this. There's so many entanglements here that they're just, everybody's in everybody's shit, and it's just, I mean, it's just, everywhere you look, anybody could be guilty. And that's what they've done with this case. But with the gag order, with whatever they've done, they've made it that way. Or is it just that way? What is it? Because Brett and Brian aren't from there. The rest of the guys are from there. They were born there. They are part of the community. So, guess protected, right? The three other Pullman police officers who were let go was the chief of police, the assistant chief of police, and the captain. And they were let go because they didn't turn it in to authorities what Matt Kurt had done. Matt Kurt's the officer that let go that was misconduct with on campus during work hours with girls that were there, obviously. So what does this all boil down to? You've got, sexual misconduct amongst the police department. I mean, very heavy. I mean, it's embedded in there. It's all over through those cop shops, and not just in the Pullman. So we got Washington and Idaho. I mean, it's everywhere in there. So what else are they doing? Why were these guys in this room protected? Some of Justin's videos looks like he's making his own little films himself. He's in there touching himself and doing all sorts of stuff. He's claiming it's art. Well, yeah, maybe it could be. It's a form of art, but that's not what I'm seeing through this. I'm seeing a guy that called 911 on a friend, allegedly a friend and a roommate, and it, in the end, got him killed. If he is gone. I mean, we don't even know that. Because he lied to us about everything else. So why not this too? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Well, love you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this, because I don't think anybody's really kind of put this stuff out there before. And I've got a lot more videos coming. They're going to be all kind of intertwined with this whole mess, because I do believe that it's all connected. I believe the hit and run that night was connected with the Idaho4 and this as well. Love ya.